Happy Wednesday. All right, here's what we're going to do. You know how I said that we are going to start looking at Japan and what things looked like for them during the Middle Ages? Here's the first lesson of that. What you're going to do is you're going to take a look at this document first of all. This is a timeline of Japan during the Middle Ages, and well, also before then as well. And I want you to, first of all, pay attention. They tell you the time period as far as the years, and they have a name for that time period. So that's going to be very important for the homework assignment that you're going to be completing, because you're going to be taking a look at this document here. And again, don't forget, you need to make a copy, please and thank you. Make sure you have it where you put your name before the title of the document. So your name first, and then what you'll do is you can simply have it where you just go like this, and you can answer the questions. Obviously, that's not the answer, but you can have it where you answer the questions below. And you're looking at this. So it says, how many different periods has Japan had in its history? Well, looking at this one, just count them up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So there was 14 periods in Japan's history during the Middle Ages, or actually altogether in its history, sorry. So let's do 14 periods. Now what you're going to do is then it says, in what period was Buddhism first introduced? So this is where you're simply having it where it's kind of like a scavenger hunt. You're just reading. You're reading the information to find out what happened and when. So if I take a look through here, and I'm reading through the first few, no, nothing there. Here we go. Introduction of Buddhism. We'll take a look at that. It was in the, we'll see if I say this correctly, Asuka. It was in that time period. So then what you would do, you would write your answer there, okay? And then you're going to have it where you look through the document for the rest of your answers, because we're talking about things like in what period were weapons forbidden to farmers, and what period is Japan currently in. Now, just a heads up here, how many capitals has Japan had in its history? Now, with that one here, take a look, because anytime it says that they moved the capital, that counts as one. So it says here, Nara becomes the first permanent capital. That's one. Then we have it where, or sorry, what was the question again? It was how many capitals? Again, so that was one. And then you have it where the capital moves to Nagaoka. And then we have it moving to Heian. Oh, I'm really hoping I'm not completely butchering the pronunciation of this. And then look through and just see anytime it talks about a capital moving, that counts as one. All right. And so with that being said, there are more times that the capital has changed in its history, but this document focused on the most important, significant times that the capital changed. So just so you know, you'll probably find, if you were to do a search, you'd find more, but this is just focusing on the most significant ones that it had in its history. And then you also need to make sure that you list the capitals in order of their establishment. Do not forget, there are questions that sometimes are having two parts to it. So this is going to be another wonderful test to see how well you read instructions, because I get it. It's easy to miss, but I really want you to just do a double check after you have done your answer. Double check it. Did you answer all parts of the question? Because if you didn't, you're not going to get complete marks. You must have all of it answered in order for it to be counted as complete. And I am going to be like, I want to see that you've actually looked through this carefully. And so please make sure that you take a look for all parts of a question, because even look at question 7, this one has 2 parts to it. We also have question 8 that has 2 parts. Like, you'll notice actually for the bulk of the last half of the questions, a lot of them have a couple parts to their questions. So please don't miss it. Look carefully at the questions, answer all parts, and then that way you should be able to be just fine with completing it. Okay. As always, you can always have it where you either join me on my office hours or just send me an email if you have any questions. I try to get back to you as quickly as I can. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you enjoy learning a little bit about Japan's history and just how they started to, well, this is all of its history, but a lot of it's also going to be looking at just how it navigated the medieval ages or the Middle Ages. All right, take care, and I will see you later.